August 7, Reuters. Former Minneapolis police officer T.O.U. Thou was sentenced on Monday to 4 years in prison for aiding and abetting manslaughter in the 2020 killing of George Floyd, a black man whose neck was pinned to the ground by another officer's knee during a botched arrest. Local media reported the sentence, meted out by Hennepin County District Judge Peter Cahill, was more severe than the 4 years requested by Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison for Thou. The sentence will run concurrently with the 2 years Thou previously received on a federal conviction of violating Floyd's civil rights. Fox 9 in Minneapolis reported. Cahill in May found Thou guilty of 1 count of aiding and abetting manslaughter in the second degree for his role in Floyd's death. Thou, a 9-year veteran of the police force, was the 4th and final officer sentenced in the killing. Derek Chauvin, a white officer captured on cell phone video kneeling on Floyd's neck for more than 9 minutes on May 25, 2020, was found guilty of murder in 2021. Thou held back a small crowd of bystanders while Chauvin and 2 other officers were subduing Floyd, who police suspected of using a counterfeit 20 bill at a nearby store. The killing ignited a wave of protests over racism and police brutality across the United States and around the world. Lawyers for Thou did not immediately respond to requests for comment on Monday. The other 2 officers at the scene, Thomas Lane and J. Alexander Kueng, restrained Floyd's knees and buttocks while Chauvin knelt on his neck. Lane and Kueng last year pleaded guilty in state court to aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. Lane was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Kueng was sentenced to 3 years at a federal trial last year. Kueng and Lane were also found guilty of violating Floyd's civil rights. Lane was sentenced to 2 years, and Kueng to 3 years in federal prison, to run concurrently with the state sentence. Chauvin was sentenced to 2 years in state prison for the unintentional second-degree murder of Floyd last year. He received a concurrent sentence of 21 years in prison on federal charges of violating Floyd's civil rights. Reporting by Brendan O'Brien in Chicago. Editing by Will Dunham. Our standards. The Thomson Reuters Trust Principles.